area was redeveloped to an area more remote away from residents where it's more consistent. So I think it's not a very valid argument, and I would say that the residents that did move to this area was always with the anticipation that as the area was redeveloped, it would move away, just like many other county facilities have happened around Miami-Dade. So, you know, you talk about Old Smoky, who was in, you know, in Coconut Grove. It's no longer there. Why? Because Coconut Grove grew, and that needed to move. It was no longer a consistent use. So I think that Doral has the same argument as many facilities around the county that have had to be moved because those areas evolved into new bustling communities, which is what Doral is today.
So in the event they do turn on the incinerator and they do tie your hands and the residents here and they force it, how's Doral going to have a voice in that process when they do start bringing this online, if that does happen?
So two things, they can't really bring this online. They would have to knock this down, clean, remediate, and they would build a new facility. One of the arguments that we've had this entire time is that they only have 40 acres here to build on, which is very, very small for what they're proposing to build. First of all, the master plan calls for a campus. Can't put a campus on 40 acres. And two, if you look at the size incinerator they want to build, while you don't need to landfill trash, you need to landfill ash, right? Because it does produce ash. So they're going to run out of space rather quickly. So to spend $1.2 or $1.8 billion, or it's like somewhere between there that they're going to spend to build this, to run into the same issue in 20 years, it's really doing no justice to you as a taxpayer, to me, and to our children and the future generations that are going to continue to pay for this. That's why this needs to be a holistic solution that really benefits the county for several years to come, especially when we're talking about the price tag we're talking about. So they would have to do all that. Now, what will we do if they decide to keep it in Doral? We will have to take legal action against the county, which is why we're building that case. We feel that the state will listen because of the health concerns. Remember, it still needs to go through EPA and DEP approvals to get those permits. So we will take that position, and we will ask for a seat at the table for hours of operation. You know, what technology they're putting in, what type of filters. But I am very, very hopeful, number one, that they will make a better decision, not a hasty one, in putting it in Doral, moving it somewhere else that's more compatible with these types of uses. There's also different opportunities they can look at. Incineration is not the only solution. So that's another thing that we're hoping that will take place during the conversation at the workshop on the 28th. And secondly, if they do decide to keep it in Doral, then we will take the legal action that we have the right to take.
Mayor, thank you so much for the opportunity here. Now, for those of you that are enjoying this content, you found some value, drop your comments and opinions below, because at the end of the day, your voice needs to be heard. And if you enjoy this type of content, what are you waiting for? Give me a follow.